Are you okay? And are we all okay at this situation? Hello, everyone. So today my topic is talking about experiencing suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts during this coronavirus situation could be really impacting a lot of people and the mental health consequences leading to it. So I'll be focusing on specifically suicidal thoughts during coronavirus situation. So what I looked into is the vulnerable groups. Who are they? They are the indigenous people, the children and the younger people experiencing them, and the people living in the rural and the remote areas. And having a sustainable measure to prevent future suicide rate due to coronavirus, as it might increase, as said by the Wesley Mission report. So a person having suicidal thoughts might have mental illness, have hopelessness, be isolated, have family factors, stressful life event, might be having comorbidity, maybe disabled as well. So suicidal thought is something more common than suicide, and suicidal thought is heterogeneous, as it is all-encompassing model of suicide risk. Suicidal ideation or thought are of two types, active and passive. Passive is having suicidal thought and having a model or thinking of an pathway of ending one's life. It's a highly suicidal ideation, and the person can end one's life within a span of 12 months. And passive ideation is thinking of ending one's life, thinking of committing suicide, but not having a plan or a method. So looking into the Australian health model at the current situation of the mental health condition, the Australian Bureau of Statistics says that as looking into 2017 and 18 report, the cases of anxiety and depressive disorders has doubled with that, comparing with 2017 to 18, due to social isolation and social distancing. And the Australian Department of Health identified some of the risk factors that could cause suicidal behavior, that is the individual risk factors, as I said before, and some of the family risk factor or the social factors as well. And specifically looking to Victoria's cases, as Victoria went into lockdown twice, and the statistics says that 1/3 of every Victorian person had anxiety or depressive disorder symptom, 1/5 had suicidal ideation, 1/10 had seriously tried to self-harm themselves. And looking into that, the Aboriginal person of Victoria were admitted to the emergency department trying to self-harm themselves, and they were in all age groups, as looking into comparing with the non-Aboriginal person. The challenges of these thoughts are social challenges, physical challenges, psychosocial or socio-demographic challenges as well. Social challenges are as being unemployed, financial stress, social isolation, mental illness, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, being bipolar, schizophrenia, being homeless, domestic violences, and the most important is drug and alcohol misuse or substance misuse. The substance misuse is considered as the key and the most important, linking it with associated with a physical health condition, as substance abuse leads to other health conditions like cardiovascular disease or type 1, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and other health-related issues as well. And domestic violence is something which can also be related with drug abuse as well. And stress is considered as the main factor of it. As I said, higher suicide rates mostly in rural areas as due to the socio-demographic factors they live in there, having less accessibility to the mental health services, and the health service integration, the lesser health service integration and lack of clarity as who will take the responsibility for the health monitoring of the person. The interventions and assessments is we'll try to look into the Mission Australia's collaborative recovery model, which was designed in cooperation with the Illawarra Mental Health Institution and the University of Wollongong. It focused basically on the recovery, giving autonomy to the person, recovery, and collaborating with the individual. It will focus basically looking, not decreasing the symptom, but looking into the overall well-being of the person, working in collaboration, giving autonomy, hope, and meaning to life. So as a nurse, we need to focus into the New South Wales Mental Health Act 2007, sorry. And in that, we need to focus having a recovery-oriented, trauma-informed, and inclusive way of caring for a person who has a suicidal thought. Following the New South Wales policy directive is very important. So documenting all the ongoing mental health condition, having a comprehensive mental health assessment, inclusiveness of the family member, the person who is suffering, any carer or stakeholders, and if the person has any firearms, the New South Wales firearms form has to be submitted as well. All the information has to be stated in there so that the person does not causes any harm to himself, herself, or to the other person as well. And consent of the person is most important, as stated in Section 68 of the New South Wales Mental Health Act. And some of the government initiated programs started for the well-being of people, as especially looking into the pandemic situation. That Jet Start, which was started in collaboration with certain organization as a National Mental Health and the Australian National Mental Health Commission and organization work together with certain organizations that try to target into many social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and it's even trying to introduce TikTok in that as well. It's trying to campaign and trying to introduce the younger generation to look into, get connected with the Department of Health. That's called Head to Health. Get the tips and resources as they are going through a very tough time at the moment, the pandemic. And the chances of committing suicide is more higher in the younger generation, as seen into the statistics, the Australian Bureau of Statistics, as it states, the cases of suicidal thoughts and suicidal rates, self-harm is higher in the younger generation. And the Medicare subsidized mental health specific services being provided for the people who are being clinically diagnosed with the mental health issues as well. So looking into the suicidal thoughts is something not exactly like suicide, but the person tries to have a thought in the mind, and this can be due to pandemic can cause more worsening of the situation as the person is more isolated. So the government need to work in accordance to this with the help of the stakeholders and try to look into the population who are suffering from it, let them give a recovery oriented model and look into the well-being of the person. So these are my references, and thank you everyone for giving your time. Have a good time. Thank you.